Is this you?
I wonder if I would enjoy crochet. What the fuck, this tutorial is 1 hour long? That's way too long. I guess I'm just gonna freestyle it. Well, I guess I tried it and I fucking suck. Oh, maybe I should start drawing. I wonder if I'm able to draw this landscape even though I haven't picked up a pen and a paper in 10 years. Let's try. Well, I suck. I haven't watered my plants in like 3 months and now they just died. Well, I guess plants just fucking hate me.
Do you also have a long list of hobbies and activities that you tried but decided, since you're not able to master them in like 3 seconds, that you suck and or you hated them? And now you spend your time doing nothing because you're talentless anyway. If you feel personally attacked by now, good. Well, this was supposed to be a cozy video. Fuck. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angèle and today's video is called Giving Hobbies and Activities a Second Chance. And well, I'm not talking about the my boyfriend cheated on me with my sister and now she doesn't want him anymore, so he wants to come back kind of second chance. I mean, I've seen this person literally 2 seconds, but the way she said hi to me felt a bit off, so now I never want to see her again, but maybe that's not fair. Kind of second chance. Yeah. We've all tried things and then immediately stopped, deciding we're not good enough at them. But the question is, have you really tried? I'm gonna let you think for a moment. Joking. I find it kind of ironic because I have low self-esteem, but if I'm not able to draw a Monet in like 5 seconds, then I just stop. I mean, is that me thinking too highly of myself? Or do I subconsciously think painters are worthless and I could do what they do in like 5 seconds with no experience whatsoever? I think it's none of the above. Yeah. I am a perfectionist and like everyone on this planet, I am not perfect. And when I try something for the first time, it is even less perfect. I know that might be hard to believe, but yeah. I've always had a couple of hobbies, so things you cannot really master, like reading. I mean, no one's gonna come to you and be like, you're not reading that well yet, but give it 2 years and you're gonna be an excellent reader. I mean, maybe when you're like 4, or maybe like some book talk influencers that read like 400 books a year. But yeah. And the other one is music, because I've been playing the piano since I was 6 and writing songs since I was like 13. But even then, often it's like not enough for me. Needless to say, every time I tried something new, I stopped after like 5 minutes. Over the years, I've tried stuff, did not master it in like 10 seconds. So I labeled myself as bad at specific hobby and then never tried it again. But in the last year, I've noticed a shift in me. And I see that I am always more able to let go of the perfectionism. Crazy, right? There were some creative hobbies that I was just like deeply convinced that I would never be able to do. One of them was crochet, and I tried 3 years ago. And I started with a beanie and I was able to make it because it was very simple. And then I tried other stuff and I failed, so I abandoned those projects. Then I made 20 other beanies to like prove to myself that I truly mastered the art of crochet. And then before starting my 21st beanie, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I just stopped. But then this year I wanted to try it again, and I did, and it worked. And I think it started a wave in me that I like to call giving hobbies a second chance, which is also what this video is going to be about. I think putting all hobbies and activities in this video would be a bit too long, so I'm going to focus on the one that I have already given a second chance to this year. And maybe I'm going to do a second part with the other ones. Who knows? Also, some of these things are not really things you can be like good at, but it's more about I thought I hated something, but now I kind of enjoy it. But yeah, if you're watching this video, why not try it too? The first step is, I don't know, make a list of things you think you're bad at or you think that you hate, but there's actually not really a reason. Or maybe you've tried something for like 10 minutes and let's be honest, you didn't really give it a try. And of course, like put stuff on the list that you'd wish you enjoy. I mean, I hope it's clear. But I mean, I've once tried, what's the word? The sport fencing. Is it fencing? Yeah. And I didn't like it. I was bad at it and I didn't like it. So I'm not going to put that on my list because I have like no interest in getting good at it, you know. On my list, I have stuff from different categories. Like some of them are more creativity stuff. Some of them are more like physical activity. Some of them are entertainment. Yeah. So here's my list. I'm just going to read it. It's 8 things. The first one is crochet. Then we have drawing, sketching. Then we have swimming, running, dancing, singing higher notes, like taking baths, like bathing, I don't know, taking a bath. I don't know. I'm going to put some emojis so that it's clearer. And the last one is plants, like having plants in my apartment. I'll talk about each activity individually before like the part about the activity. Also, I titled my list things to try. I think it's important not to write something like things I suck at because it's too much negativity. I put things to try because, I mean, I never really tried those things like in a way that I really thought something could come out of it, you know? And I mean, there is no rush with this list. You can just have it. And sometimes if you feel like it, just pick an activity and try it. And I mean, really try it. Also, side note, if you're like me and don't particularly like stepping outside of your comfort zone, I understand. But for me, the problem is my comfort zone was more like a comfort 2 square meter room where I cannot even lie down, you know? So sometimes you have to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit to make your comfort zone more comforting. I know, such a great quote. Feel free to put it on a t-shirt or something. Something that I also enjoy is reflecting on the activity at the end of the activity. Like, how fun was it for me? How did I feel while doing it? How did I feel afterwards? Because I feel like most of the time we only think about how good was I at this activity. I mean, we should do more stuff for fun, you know? Well, I'm going to start. Let's go. So, I'm going to start with crochet because I've always wanted to be able to crochet. I've always wanted to be able to, like, I don't know, see something on Pinterest and be like, oh, I can crochet this, you know? But as I said, I've tried 3 years ago and I didn't have the patience to follow one tutorial, so I stopped. I feel like the best way to learn crochet is just find a pattern or a YouTube tutorial and just follow the whole thing. You know, there's so many patterns on Etsy. There's so many videos on YouTube. And I feel like the first time I tried crochet, I thought I had to learn like all different stitches before getting into it. And I mean, if you start with a simple project, you're gonna learn the stitches you need during the project anyway. This year, I don't know why, but I wanted to make like a stuffed animal for my brother. And I just saw a pattern on Etsy and I bought it and I followed it and it was just so clear and so easy to follow. The person also put videos on YouTube and I was just so surprised by how quickly I managed to learn the basics and how fun it was. And so in the last few months I've basically mostly been doing stuffed animals because I found that very fun to do. And now recently I've started doing stuff with thinner yarn. I've started a tote bag that's gonna take me like 1 year to finish, but who cares? It's fun. I feel like sometimes I'm kind of anxious and I feel like I need to do something with my hands. When I crochet, I'm able to calm down. Also, I've always struggled like watching TV shows or movies without doing anything else. And so sometimes I'd be on my phone and I really didn't want to do this anymore. And now most of the time I just crochet something that's like for my tote bag. I have to do the same thing over and over again. So it's very easy and I can do that while watching a movie and it helps me concentrate on the movie. And I've also recently done some keychains. So yeah, I feel like crochet is really relaxing. And honestly, if you start a project and you feel like it's too difficult for you, or you feel like there's something that's annoying about it, you don't have to keep doing it. I mean, there's so many patterns and tutorial available. You can literally do anything. I feel like for me, sometimes it's easier to do things for someone else. So in this case, I really wanted to gift something to my brother. And I think that's what motivated me to keep going. And then once I did that, I actually started wanting to do stuff for me. So the next activity is drawing, sketching. Yeah. And I feel like I used to draw a lot as a child and I had so much fun. And then at some point I stopped and I was always so convinced that I was bad at drawing. But it's also here again, like if you compare yourself to someone who's drawing the whole time, maybe for like 15 years, then it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. Of course, you're not going to have that level of practice because you haven't practiced, And also, I honestly feel like sometimes you have to get rid of your phone, rid of the inspiration, Because there's some content creators that I love, but also most of the content creators post what they do and what they're proud of course. And usually they post stuff that they've been working on for a long time, or they've been like, I don't know, drawing for years. And so what they do now is like considered very good, Sometimes I try to find motivation watching this type of content, but I also notice that it kind of does the opposite because I know I'm not going to be able to do this. So yeah, I would say just put away your phone and just, I don't know, connect with your inner child, I guess. I feel like drawing was so much fun as a child, Like you want to draw a car? Draw a car. Oh, the wheels are squares? Who cares? Also, is it flying? Hell yeah. I mean, who's to say that you have to draw in a certain way? If you want to draw a flying car, go draw your flying car, For me, I've started going in the park near my apartment in the evening, and then I would just sit there and then pick a building or a house and then start drawing it. And I feel like paying attention to every small detail of the house or the building is very calming to me, and also it forces me to stay very focused, which I like. And I mean, of course, in the beginning it's probably gonna look like shit because a house is not 4 lines and a roof, but the more you add details, the more it turns into something and the more it's gonna look good, at least to you. If you spend 1 hour drawing something without any comparison, without a goal, without judgment, then by the end you'll have spent so much time with your drawing that it's gonna look good to you. Or at least you felt good while doing it and you had fun. And I'm someone who tried to draw during lockdown. And I feel like I saw some video about very like precise drawings and I was like, oh my God, I want to be this good. And I hated it because I was not this good. But I feel like I was doing it to reach a certain goal and I was not doing it for fun. And I mean, we are supposed to engage with hobbies for fun, and just try something out. Like I noticed that for me, it's way easier to draw like buildings or stuff that have more like a geometrical shape. But you can also draw something that doesn't exist. You can draw something that makes no sense. You can look at an object and like draw it in a completely different way. I mean, you can do whatever you want. And also what I like is try different types of pen to draw. Because on one side, of course, when you draw with a pencil, you can always erase and like correct your stuff. But I really enjoy drawing with like gel pens. And I mean, you can do whatever you want. And I feel like hobbies that are more in the creative area, especially like drawing or painting, people have such high expectations and people also have like often a clear picture of what they want to achieve, and that's really stopping you from having fun, And also the fun thing is that if you go, for example, outside and it becomes like a part of your routine, like whenever it's not too hot and like not raining, I go outside, I sit somewhere new and I just draw something for half an hour to 1 hour. It's very calming to me. If that's something you want, like let's say you want to be better at drawing, then just by doing that, you're gonna get so much practice and you're gonna get so much better without even like noticing it, because you're just like having fun and doing something for yourself. So yeah. So the next activity is swimming. Maybe I'll start with a little context. Before January of this year, I hadn't done any kind of sports or working out for the last 3 years. I hated sports. I hated working out. And I think I've had like a really unhealthy relationship with my body and with working out in the past when I was younger. And it was like my body and my brain reacting to it in like an extreme way. It was like as if I could not forget this unhealthy relationship I had with my body and just go work out again. So yeah, that was kind of difficult because I, of course, know that I feel better when I'm doing a bit of activity. Like I was really walking from time to time, but otherwise nothing. And I also realized that I was getting very weak, but still I found it really hard to like really get myself to do something. And then in January of this year, I started a musical theater class and I realized I have to get in shape. Yeah, because I was struggling. And I have to say it helped me a lot to have this goal, because for the first time I was not working out because I wanted my body to look a certain way, but I wanted my body to feel a certain way. I didn't want to work out to lose weight or to look differently. Like it was really for me, I wanted better breath control, more core muscles, etc. I feel like having this goal like very clear in my brain really helped me to start working out. Like I feel like in the past, especially when I was a teenager, working out was almost like a punishment. And I feel like, yeah, this time I really felt that I was working out to achieve certain goals that made me able to do things I love, Also, what helped me a lot was to set smaller goals on like shorter time periods. Mostly my big goal is just to stay active. I don't know, I feel like when I work out or do any kind of physical activity, I feel better afterwards, especially if I've had a long day, if I'm feeling like anxious. I feel physically and mentally better afterwards. Probably if the version of me from 1 year ago could hear this, she would slap me in the face. But yeah. And so I had specific goals for like weeks or bi-weekly or monthly that were like very easy. Like I want to find time twice a week to do any kind of cardio, or I want to be able to do 2 more push-ups than last week, stuff like that. I also did like very short check-ins with myself at the end of each week. This helped me a lot also to stay motivated and also to really allow myself to kind of be proud of my achievements. I have a busy schedule most of the time, so when I work out during the week, I'm not going to sit down afterwards and be like, oh, I'm so proud of myself, And I feel like making time each Sunday, like 10 minutes to just look at my week and see what I'd achieved was really good for that. I feel like we have to stop judging ourselves. We have to stop comparing ourselves. Also, like, just comparing yourself with another version of you, you know? Like, even if 1 week you're doing a lot and then the next week you're not, you cannot compare the 2 weeks, you know? Sometimes my energy levels are so low, I really cannot get myself to work out. Sometimes I really don't want to, and then I just listen to my body. If I'm just feeling like I have less motivation and I'm feeling maybe a bit like, I don't know, tired, but it's not that I am physically unable to do something, I just push myself to start. And even if after 1 minute it's not better, I can stop. But most of the time I start and 20 seconds later I'm already full in, you know? And if it doesn't, then it's okay. When I started swimming in January, what helped me a lot was also to stop thinking like, I want to be able to swim this distance in a specific amount of time. That's something that's in the future. And I just started thinking, like, I went swimming once and then I told myself, oh, I am a person who swims now. I heard something about this in a podcast, which made me think about it this way. I will link the podcast somewhere. But yeah, just the fact to like think I am a person who swims helped me really make swimming a part of my routine. And now I've tried in the past to go swimming a lot. I've never been more than like once a year. And now I've been swimming every week for the last 5 months, once a week, which is great. I feel like if you have the opportunity to go swimming somewhere near where you live, especially if you're living now in a place where it's summer and where it's very hot, I feel like it's such a good way to get some physical activity because you're also not struggling with the heat as much as you would do with other sports. And yeah, also swimming is just something that I do for fun, like all other activities, and that I do because it makes me feel good. And so if I go swimming, I never count how much I swim. I just swim. And if after 15 minutes I want to leave, then I leave. And some other times I really like it, and so I keep swimming. But I feel like I'm not training to be a professional swimmer, so I don't see why I should push myself more than what I'm already doing by going to the swimming pool, you know? So yeah. So the next one is running, and running is similar to swimming, except like when I go running, I am ashamed that I will accidentally see one of my friends because I'm kind of ashamed to be running. And that's because I've been the biggest hater of running my whole life. I always thought running sucks. I always hated it, and I've always been very vocal about it. With my friends. But I do have to agree to some things. First of all, I would say that I'm still not a fan of running like as a concept. I think it's kind of boring, but you have to admit that it's a very easy, cheap, and quick way to get some physical activity. Like I would say I find swimming way more fun than running, but I have to go to the swimming pool, I have to change, and running is way easier because you can just get out and just run, you know? And again, as with swimming and every kind of physical activity that I do, I don't have rules. I just go running when I feel like it. Most of the times I only go running for like 15 to 20 minutes. I usually go twice a week, but it's never really longer than that because I don't need it. Like, who's to say you have to run a certain amount of kilometers to, I don't know, for it to count, you know? For me, I love the way I feel after running, and I feel it after 15 minutes. And afterwards, sometimes it kind of gets boring. Honestly, for everyone who kind of hates running, but they want to do more sports, I would encourage you to go on like mini runs because it's fun. Like, most of the time I go for 2-3 kilometers. You can do even less. I mean, once I got out and I ran for like 6 minutes. Why not? Also, I like that I can go during my lunch break and I feel better in the afternoon after running. So yeah, I really feel like I'm glad I tried again with running, because I feel like in the past I had some sort of apps where they would encourage you to do some challenges and it was always like run more. Also, I felt bad when I didn't go for 1 week and I was really competitive with myself, and I feel like those apps that I used kind of pushed me to be competitive with myself. And I guess if that's something that helps you, then, you know, like, do it. But for me, I'm living my life way better the way I'm doing it now. So I'm glad that I was able to try running again, and that I now can just go for a run whenever I feel like it. Dancing. Dancing for me is very similar to drawing in a way that many children just enjoy dancing for fun. And then when you grow up, either you're like a professional dancer or you just suck and you're never allowed to dance ever again. And here again, I started this musical theater class, and dancing for me was very stressful. And I really had to get out of my comfort zone, which was very hard at first because honestly, like, I feel like I cannot dance. I always think I am so awkward. I always think I am so weird. I never know what to do with all of my arms and legs because I have so many, you know. But yeah, it turned out to be much more fun than I imagined. And also being in an environment where people don't judge you. Like, everyone is there to have fun and to dance, and they're not gonna look at how you dance, you know. Also, I started like doing some dance workouts, dance videos at home, playing Just Dance for fun, and like generally dancing for fun at home because it is fun. And I've noticed that I've gotten better at like learning choreographies. Who would have thought? Dancing, just like everything, you can get better with practice. The thing I hated about dancing is the fact that either other people were judging me or I thought they were judging me. And so when you're alone at home, who's gonna judge you? Literally the only person who could judge you is yourself, but it's not like you're on, I don't know, Dancing with the Stars or something. So, and I still don't feel comfortable enough with dancing that I didn't really want to record myself dancing like the other activities. But yeah, it's something that I've been really enjoying, and I'm also going to put some links in the description about like YouTube accounts that I really enjoy. Just put on a song that you like and dance. Like, the only goal is to have fun. So what's stopping you? And so this next one is kind of very specific, and it's singing higher notes. And I feel like I also have to give a bit of a context here. So I've always loved singing, and I've been writing my own songs for like ages. And I've always had a quite low singing voice for a woman, and I kind of enjoy it. But when I was a teenager, I took some singing classes because I wanted to get better. And I feel like my teacher only focused on me singing higher notes, as if my lower range was not good because I was a woman. And I think, probably it was not like that, but probably it made me feel insecure that I was not gonna appreciate my voice anymore. So yeah, I just stopped taking the class. I stopped the class and I kept singing with my low voice. And like I've kind of started hating singing every song with a note higher than like an E4. And once again, I started this musical theater class and I was like, oh, but I wonder what I would be able to do with my vocal range, if I actually tried something. Also, that didn't mean I had to stop singing lower notes. I still kept singing in my lower range too. But like in the past month, I've been really like doing vocal exercises, following classes on YouTube. I've been doing like vocal warm-ups almost every day. And honestly, I was shocked because I don't want to brag, but I'm kind of gonna brag. Also, so that you see what I mean. I mean, my highest note that I felt comfortable singing in January was like a G4. And now when I've like warmed up and everything, I can mix belt a D5 in a comfortable way. It's so much fun also being able to sing songs in like the original key that I was not able to sing before. And I love singing. Like honestly, there's always these memes that are like me in 2013 as soon as my parents were not home, and it's like singing karaoke on a computer. And I'm like, yes, but also that's exactly what I'm doing now, except I live alone, so I can basically do it whenever I want. Honestly, like if you enjoy singing, I feel like it's fun to see like what you're able to do with your voice and with your vocal range if you like put some work into it, and it can also be very rewarding. So then we have taking baths, and I feel like it's more of an activity that I used to hate. It's not really, I mean, it's not something that I'm trying to like get good at like the other hobbies. But yeah, like I always thought I hated it. I always tried, when people tell you, oh, you had a rough day, go take a bath, it's gonna help. Sometimes I tried it and I hated it. It's like the water gets cold and I mean, I don't know, I didn't like it. And then I think like 3-4 months ago, I got a stiff neck and I mean, it hurt so much to even stand in a shower. And when it got a bit better, I thought, hey, why not trying lying down in the bathtub? Maybe it's gonna help like with the pain. And I also bought some like bath salts and it was amazing. And it felt so good. And I never stopped loving it. Also, sometimes I'll light up a candle. I'll read a book. I put some relaxing music. Yeah. And so the last one, plants. I've had many plants in my life, and somehow they always ended up betraying me. They always betrayed me by not being able to hang in there when I completely forgot about them and didn't water them for like 4 months. Yeah, they all died. So in my apartment that I've been living in the last 2 years, I only had like 2 Lego plants and 1 small cactus. But recently I decided, you know what? I think plants deserve another chance. Honestly, like, I feel like it probably should be the plants that get to decide if they want to give me another chance because of the forgetting about them. But yeah. So that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I'd love to hear your thoughts, your opinions in the comments. Or if you have any experience with hating a hobby and then you ended up liking it. Yeah, tell me. I hope you all have a great day and see you next time.